Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to 10-year-olds are taking over Sephora. And yeah, this video was like, I guess, recommended to me on my YouTube page. And I thought it was interesting because like, what are they doing in the store? And why are the workers not like doing anything about it? I guess I don't know because the workers can't be there all the time. But yeah, I feel like, don't they have workers that like follow you around when you shop? Like, did they still do that? I don't know. But yeah, let's get into this video. I'm kind of curious what's happening. And also, please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. Also, how do you know they're 10? Like, maybe they could be older but look younger. I don't know.
People are posting in a panic because apparently the preteens have extended their territory into Sephora. Beauty gurus beware. The 10-year-olds are done with dolls, and now they're after your luxury
I like how she talks like a real news anchor.
My For You page has been flooded over the past few days with Sephora employees and customers complaining about stampedes of children that are apparently terrorizing stores. The main accusation is that these young girls are
Also, isn't Sephora a makeup store? And you're 10, well, 10, I guess, around 10. You use makeup that early? Your parents let you go to that store?
crashing makeup displays, making tester smoothies by mixing a bunch of serums together like evil little alchemists, and creating massive messes
But why though?
for staff members to clean up.
And where are the staff members to tell them to get out? Also, just normally samples are kind of nasty because so many people are using them. But in Korea, the samples look fine. Like, I don't use the samples, but the testers, they look normal. They don't look like crusty like this. But even, I guess, there's still germs and stuff. So do people actually use testers? I guess they do, but like lip stuff, like, do you actually put it on your lips or just test it on your hand? I don't know. People are nasty, so you can't trust anything. But why though?
Personally, I'm not really interested
What's the
in going
reason?
anywhere near these little germ factories, the testers, not the children, to be clear, because the thought of putting product on my body that hundreds of other people have touched
nasty
makes me want to gag. But shoppers are pretty upset about the glamorous crime scenes the next generation of beauty influencers are leaving behind in their favorite makeup store.
These little girls at Sephora are unhinged. I obviously saw these girls stealing. They had calculated over like $700 of products.
Wait, if you have time to watch the girls and then later make a video about it, you don't have time to tell the workers in the store? Like, if you see a crime and then you just let it happen, aren't you part of the problem too? I'm confused.
Taken by these little girls.
And then they started like mixing stuff with the drunk elephant tester. Then they start opening up the packaged items that you buy and they start mixing those.
Okay, so
Packaged items that we're supposed to buy, they're mixing
you didn't say anything, or you didn't tell anyone anything?
She walks past me and like hits me with her back. I was like, you can at least say excuse me.
She's like, well, I tried to, but apparently you're deaf. And I start feeling like this box like rubbing on my back. And I turn around, I'm like, can I get some perfume?
Okay, so also, not everything that you see on the internet is true. So some of these girls, they probably had a real experience, and some of these girls just want to like jump on the bandwagon, and some of these girls could be lying about what they actually saw, because maybe they just want views also, so they're just making stuff up. You never know on the internet these days, so
Personal space.
That's
and
that.
She was like, oh, you're just in my way. We're in line.
Many Sephora employees are also coming forward with nightmarish customer service stories involving tyrannical 10-year-olds rudely demanding out-of-stock items and being disruptive.
This little girl came up to me, obviously asking if we had the drunk elephant bronzy drops. This was the time when they were so incredibly viral that they weren't in stock literally anywhere.
What is
So I
that?
told her that no, we didn't have them, but I have some really good dupes or alternatives that I could show her if she'd like. This girl looks me dead in the eyes and goes, are you effing kidding me? She looks at me, she's like, no, I don't want an alternative, I want the bronzy drops.
So she helped herself. She took the plastic.
Well, hello little girl. If they don't have it, they don't have it.
I had
Dang.
to damage that out, and I asked her not to do it again. And
What's she supposed to do
she
about
was
it?
angry with the way I said that. She asked me if we had any more of the bronzing drops. I told her we actually haven't had the bronzing drops in a really long time. They sell out really quick. And she goes, none of you have it. And I pulled it out the box. And she goes, can I hold it? And I was like, well, I could just cash it out. You're going to have it in a second. And she goes, I want to hold it.
These kids all seem to be
No, you can go
particularly
home.
obsessed with the brand Drunk
And also,
Elephant. I don't know why the elephant is drunk,
ask
and
your
I don't
parents
want to.
to
What
buy
they
it
do
online
on the
thing.
weekends is between them and their elephant god. My question is,
And if they don't want to buy it for
where are
you,
these
then
little girls
don't have it.
getting the money to buy these products? I mean, I'm assuming they're not coming back from a long shift at the coal mines where their small frames allow them to navigate the cramped tunnels more effectively. So that means mommy and daddy are forking over $40, $50, $70, $80, $90 for all these little white tubes.
So I finished scanning all her products.
They're
and her
they're so
total
young.
came
Like,
out to
what are they trying to buy?
$900.
At Sephora.
The mom is furious, and the little girl is just looking at her like, what? Like, yeah, I'm gonna spend $900. Like, I don't know what you're looking at. The mom goes, take something out. The little girl lost her mind. She's like, no, I'm not taking anything out.
Her mom was like, do you really need two of the same ones? It's like $80 each. She was like, Mom, I need it. And she starts flipping out, and her mom was like, oh my God.
As you can probably tell, this issue is mainly affecting a particular tax bracket, but little girls...
If your child acts like that, that's your fault as a parent, because you don't know how to discipline your child. So, actually, all these bad kids, let's blame the parents. And if you treat your parent like that, that's bad parenting, because, like, I dare you to talk like that back to your parent. Parent that actually disciplines you, like, you would never do that.
Also likely are being influenced. They just have to save up their allowance to buy one serum at a time. The average Sephora enjoyer's life used to be simple, but now a quick trip to the store apparently means competing with hordes of 5th graders flexing their parents' cash for limited edition items. Some people are less worried about the sanctity of Sephora and more worried about the damage these young girls might be doing to their skin, specifically with anti-aging retinol creams that are not only completely unnecessary for preteens, but can be incredibly harsh and cause irritation.
I just died a little. Why does this adorable 11-year-old need makeup and the skincare routine,
That's what I said, like,
which is more complicated than mine?
One time, this girl came in with her mom, and
Like,
she
the parents
was obviously very
allow them to wear makeup at that
and
age.
She came in with a screenshot of baby facial. If you do not know what baby facial is, it is an extremely strong glycolic acid peel. All right, it's a chemical exfoliant. So then I ask, have you ever used a chemical exfoliant before? She proceeds to tell me that she uses the ordinary peel mask daily. 15-year-olds, they come in with chemical burns because they're using it daily.
The irony of 10-year-olds using
And the parents don't know what they're up to. Like, wouldn't you know what your parents or what your kids have
their skin
in their room? I'm confused. We're the parents.
Depressing. You know what kind of skincare I was using at that age with my khaki capris, aggressively rectangular wireframe glasses, painfully colorful polos, keeping the tooth fairy in business with all my missing teeth? Are you ready? Are you ready to see?
Nothing.
Nothing. The only product on my face was anything that happened to stick to it after my mom bathed my ponytail in a cloud of hairspray. But ultimately,
Hairspray on a ponytail
isn't really a sufficient argument because, well, back in my day, 10-year-olds didn't have a skincare routine. Back in my day, you couldn't just take a cell phone wherever you went. Back in my day,
well, I guess it's good to practice good skincare while you're young, so that you still look young when you get older. But not like, how many steps do you need when you're that age? Just a moisturizer should be fine.
But before we continue, I'd like to take a second to talk about today's sponsor, Liquid IV.
If you guys want to support her, you can go to her channel, click her link. If you want to use some of this Liquid IV, go to her channel, check it out.
Response to the Sephora 10-year-olds has been a little bit questionable.
Yeah, I just got $100 for it.
But also, going back to like the first couple videos, if you have time to complain, is it really that bad to you if you don't do anything? You see it happening, but you don't do anything, but you have time to complain about it like after it happens. Like, is it really that bad if you just watch it happen and you don't do anything? You're just witnessing them do it and you're just watching it so that you can make content later. Do you really think it's that bad if you don't do anything in the moment? I don't know.
Gift card, Lululemon leggings, Lululemon belt bag.
Get ready with me while I tell you why I'm literally gonna sue Sephora because their worker ruined my life.
Hey guys, just got back from Sephora, but before I give you my aesthetic haul, look at my non-dupe Stanley. So ASMR, oh my goodness.
Get ready with me while I tell you why my mom is literally the biggest bitch ever. Today we went to Sephora and she only let me pick out like 11 things.
Get in my motherfucking face if you want to.
It's just kind of strange to me that the reaction of a lot of content creators has been to get on TikTok to rant about and mock the 10-year-olds. The comedy skits really don't bother me that much. At the end of the day, they're just lighthearted jokes. What actually disturbs me is all the people I've seen whipping out their phones to surreptitiously, that's an unnecessary SAT word for you, record these little girls just walking around the store and posting it.
And not doing anything about it.
If I was a parent at Sephora and I caught you angling your phone at my kids so you
Oh,
could
yeah. Also,
dump
that's
on
kinda
them
creepy.
for TikTok views, you would need to grab a full coverage foundation on your way out. The sheer level of hatred towards these little girls online is genuinely
And it's not
scary.
even
Look at
all
some
of them,
the
it's just,
suggested searches that popped up while I
the
was
bad few that ruin it for
Sephora
everyone.
10 years olds get humbled videos. Rude Sephora 10 years olds get humbled footage. Sephora 10 years olds getting yelled at. Hard drives. Hand them over. But the big question is, why? Why are all these girls suddenly flocking to this store and stockpiling expensive makeup products that aren't age appropriate? Well, a theory that many TikTok users are considering is the decline of third places in the US.
The 10-year-olds in Sephora, they're all buying Drunk Elephant and they're ruining my shopping experience. The 10-year-olds have nowhere to go! They have nowhere to go!
The main reason y'all see more preteens and teenagers in stores like Sephora and Ulta is because they have nowhere else to go. Towns have nothing for teenagers to do except for going and walking around stores.
The term third places was coined by Ray Oldenburg in his book The Great Good Place and is used to describe social hubs like cafes, bookstores, bars, etc., where people can escape the stresses of home and work, or in the case of children, home and school. Our society is vacuous of third places that are safe for preteens because otherwise how would we have enough room for all of our darling 5-lane highways? No, baby, you know I didn't mean it. You know I love them curvy, dangerous, and approximately 4.17 million miles long. But I don't think this is the full picture. After all, even though many preteen stores like Justice were shuttered and went online after the pandemic, places like Claire's have survived. Why aren't these kids going there?
All their online spaces are being taken over by influencers. There's no flash games anymore on the f***ing internet. Toy companies aren't making websites anymore with fun little free games.
I think the lack of online
Don't these kids have
spaces
phones?
for
They can play phone
preteens
games.
is a far more serious issue than a lack of
And also,
physical spaces,
I guess their parents aren't
considering
strict
the
enough.
percentage of our lives that are spent
Because
on the internet now.
if you have a
Flash
strict
games
parent,
being
you know you
replaced
don't be
with
messing
multiplayer
like that,
platforms infected with
playing like that in the store.
microtransactions and predators.
You get
Content on
attacked.
video sharing sites jumping from Cocomelon to rated R.
I don't know. I
and
feel like some of these
online
parents don't know how to
spaces in
parent.
general being consolidated so much that adults and
So they're just
minors
like,
are
okay, go
constantly
to the store with your
squashed
friends
together.
because the parents don't even want to be around them.
Dead. Long live the teen. Of course these girls are going to Sephora. That's where all the pretty TikTok ladies they watch do get ready with me's and makeup hauls go. Not Claire's. Aha, the funny YouTube person is blaming all of society's ills on the internet again. How self-aware. What a comfortably vague conclusion. Let me reward them with a like. No. Okay, a like would be nice, but that's not my point. People on TikTok making beauty content for adults are a convenient scapegoat for poisoning our youth, but the real culprits are, drum roll please, never mind, we don't have time for a drum roll, the parents. For not,
What did I say?
parenting. Admittedly,
What did I
a
say?
few
It's common
decades
sense.
ago, it was a lot less complicated
If you
to
have a real
monitor what your
parent, you
child
don't act
was
like that.
exposed to. With on average just one TV per household, it was a lot easier for parents to play goalie with malicious advertisements and explicit content as long as they had the remote in their hand. Now that electronics are basically fused to our phalanges and the default parenting method seems to be a simple two-step protocol, step 1, turn on iPad, step 2, give iPad to child, companies and creeps now have a direct line of access to a much younger demographic, while parents are sipping tea on the sidelines. We have to remember, this really isn't about makeup. It's what this sudden interest in this particular kind of makeup
And
indicates about the mental state
if
of
the
this
parents
new
said no from the
generation
beginning,
of
then they
preteens.
wouldn't
The
be
incredibly
flocking
predatory
to Sephora
beauty
to
industry
buy
is
stuff.
getting a head
It's the
start in
parents.
eroding your daughter's
Like,
self-confidence
kids get the
before
money
she
from the
even
parents,
knows what
so of
decimals
course
are,
it's the parents'
and
fault.
that's a problem. Wanting nice makeup is very normal for little girls. I
And
asked
if
my
that
mom
story was
about it, and
true, the
apparently back when
girl
she
was
in
like
middle
getting mad
school,
at her
her and
mom
her
for not
classmates
buying her
were
something.
fainting for Clinique instead
Bad
of drunk
parenting.
elephant. I mean, this is actually her makeup bag from high school, and it's got Clinique all over it. It's stuff like worrying about wrinkles when you still have a bedtime that's horrifyingly dystopian. Of the videos I've seen of parents with their Sephora-obsessed preteens, there's this bizarre sense of helplessness that they give off, like, oh, there goes my crazy daughter obsessed with collecting these luxury brands she doesn't need and
Who bought
clearly
them for
unhealthily
her?
preoccupied with her
Who
physical
bought them?
appearance. Too bad I'm just a helpless middle-aged adult who can't do anything about it. Actually, yes you can, and it's literally your job. So what can parents do? Well, I don't have a kid, but as someone with 17 years of experience as a child on my resume, here's my suggestion. I think it's important whenever you decide to introduce your daughter to makeup that she understands that many of the standards she will be using those products to adhere to are rooted in the patriarchy. Now, I know a lot of you are clicking away because I said patriarchy, but please hear me out. Let me explain. Stay right where you are! You can teach her to love herself, to love the artistry of makeup, but to also be a critical thinker, specifically being critical of any industry that profits from her insecurities. Unfortunately, women have to often litmus test the reasons for why they do what they do, especially when it comes to their appearance. Teach your daughter to make decisions for herself as an autonomous human in a society that won't always view her that way. Now, before you go all bad cop on your kid, take a second. You shouldn't just barge into your daughter's room after permissively allowing her to collect drunk elephant serums like Pokemon cards and chuck all of her makeup in the trash. That doesn't solve anything. You should sit down with your kid, ask them genuine questions about why they want to use these products, and then maybe
Because they see their friends using them and they see it online and they think it's
it might
cool.
be necessary to curb screen time or to put restrictions on devices if you notice her online
Kids just like to
activity is
tell their friends what they
negatively
got
affecting her
at home,
self-image. And by the way,
even
teach your
though
kids
they don't
to
really care
not
about it.
be rude to employees. I feel like that one's pretty simple. Ultimately, I don't think there's a catch-all solution to the Sephora 10-year-olds. It's clear to me that these
And also
young
maybe
girls are
the
being
cool kids
slammed with a
use it so
goulash
they
of
want to be
environmental
cool
factors,
too.
from
So
massive
weird.
societal shifts all the way down to the little everyday mistakes of their parents. But before I go, I kind of have to go visit my local Sephora and see how bad it is for myself.
Yeah, so I tried to record in there, but there was about 1 million people in the store, and that made me kind of nervous. I didn't want to be a goober with a camera in there, and yeah, it was in fact crawling with preteens. The rumors are true, and about 7 employees asked me if I needed help with anything, which made me very self-conscious and nervous, so I left.
Jump scare. But oh, I thought that was the end. Oh, it is the end. But yeah, before you blame the kids, I think you have to blame the parents, because the kids are actually kids, and if they're actually 10, like, they're still trying to become human. But it's the parents' fault. Like the kids get the money from the parents, and the parents like don't monitor what their kids are buying, I guess, because the parents are also taking them to the store. So if you have to blame anyone, it's mostly the parent, because they don't know how to parent their kid. That they let their kids see everything that they see on TikTok because they have phones apparently, and I don't know. But also some kids are crazy, so I guess 85% is the parents and 15% the kid, because they should listen to the parents. I don't know. But anyway, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you could check out my fresh channel SEKSHI. And if you want to see my other socials, it's right here under my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.